The concept of life after death is perhaps humanity's most persistent metaphysical inquiry. While the belief in a continued existence stretches back to prehistoric burial rituals, tracing the first recorded details requires distinguishing between archaeological evidence and definitive written accounts. This analysis follows the timeline of specific recorded descriptions, from the oldest surviving religious texts to the crystallization of the idea into the modern English word afterlife. The definitive holder of the title for the first detailed recording of an afterlife is ancient Egypt. The concept of the duat, the underworld, and the journey of the ba, soul, and ka, life force, are extensively documented in the pyramid texts 2400–2300 BC. These texts, inscribed on the inner walls of pyramids, starting with Pharaoh Unaz, are not mere theological speculation. They are practical instruction manuals, a collection of spells, incantations, and rituals designed to ensure the pharaoh's successful transition and resurrection. The Egyptians recorded a complex vision of the afterlife, emphasizing justification before the weighing of the heart by Osiris. This codified system, later expanded into the coffin texts and the famous Book of the Dead, 1550 BC, established a documented, navigable post-mortal existence that was intrinsically linked to ethical conduct in life. Unlike the Egyptians, the Romans did not develop an entirely unique, complex indigenous afterlife cosmology. Their early beliefs, influenced by Etruscan and Italic traditions, defined a shadowy underworld named Orcus, a generally bleak, neutral existence for the manes, spirits of the dead. The Romans' greatest contribution was the recording and systematization of Hellenistic Greek ideas following their conquest of the Mediterranean. They formalized the realms of reward and punishment, the Elysian fields for the heroes and Tartarus for the wicked. The most influential literary record of the Roman afterlife is found in Virgil's Aeneid 29–19 BC. In Book 6, the hero Aeneas descends into the underworld, providing the classical world with a highly detailed poetic map of the river Styx, the ferryman Charon, and the moral geography of the soul. A contrasting, yet equally important, philosophical record is Cicero's Somnium Scipionis, Scipio's Dream, 51 BC. Departing from the subterranean myth, Cicero recorded a celestial vision of the afterlife, where virtuous statesmen ascend to a starlit cosmic realm. For all who have saved, aided, or enlarged the state, there is a certain place in the sky where they may enjoy a blessed eternity. This text recorded the Stoic and Platonic view that the afterlife was a spiritual reward, far superior to the shadowy existence described by earlier poets. While the ancient world recorded the concept of life after death with varying levels of detail, the specific English compound word afterlife is surprisingly modern. For centuries, English speakers relied on phrases such as the life to come, the world hereafter, or eternal life, derived from Christian theology. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the first recorded usage of afterlife with a hyphen was in 1880. The word appeared in a translation of the German philosophical work, Philosophy of the Unconscious, by Eduard von Hartmann. This linguistic shift reflected a growing academic and public interest in spiritualism and comparative religion during the late Victorian era, requiring a single, neutral term to encompass all preceding religious and philosophical models, from Egyptian immortality to modern spiritualism. From 1880 onwards, afterlife became the standard secular descriptor, now commonly used across religious studies, philosophy, and pop culture to capture humanity's oldest recorded narrative.